probably have heard this story, but I'm going to tell you this story anyway because I've got to fill some time until the wagon gets here, right? So you got to listen to my story. This story is about a guy in the Old Testament. Matter of fact, we just spoke a little bit about him. The Bible says he was a human just like you are, like I am, but when he prayed, things happened. And what had happened was Israel in the Old Testament was like worshiping Satan. They called him Baal. Now, I don't know if you know it or not, but you guys are in the middle of a battle today. Every one of us are. You see, the battle is between good and evil, between God and Satan. And we tend to be the collateral damage sometimes. You know, the bullets are flying all around our head. And, you know, the bullets can be things like addiction, hard financial times, health issues, all kinds of things. And let me tell you something, those are spiritual battles. And God is after Satan, but Satan is after you so he can destroy what was created in God's image. That was you and me. And so Elijah was right in the middle of a spiritual battle in ancient Israel. And they were worshiping the devil. It was called Baal. And so Elijah got fed up with him and he said, you know what, I'm just going to pray that it's not even going to rain until I say so. And so he did. He prayed, don't let it rain until I say so. And then God said, okay, you better leave the country. So he went to the next country. And when he got to the next country, he stayed there with a widow for a while, and the ravens fed him. Great story. And then at the end of 3.5 years, he comes back to Israel. And he comes in contact with the king. Now, the king was a wicked king, but he wasn't near as wicked as his wife. Her name was Jezebel. And to this day, when we say, you Jezebel, I'm telling you what, we're like connecting it with that story. Because her name was Jezebel, his name was Ahab, and she had, sitting at her dinner table, the Bible says she had 450 prophets of Baal. I believe she was into Satan worship. And so Elijah, he said to Ahab, he says, here's what we're going to do. We're going to meet out on the mountain, Mount Carmel. And what we're going to do, we're going to gather all the people there. And what we're going to do is we're going to have the prophets of Baal. They're going to build up an altar. And they're going to lay their sacrifice on it. And I'm going to build up an altar. And I'm going to lay a sacrifice on it. And then we're both going to pray that God, your God and my God, would come down with fire and burn up the altar. And you know what the people said? They said, well, this is good. Because, I think they were looking forward to the show, right? And so, well, Elijah says, well, you're a whole lot of people, so you go first. So these 450 prophets of Baal, they built up this altar, and they put the wood on it, and then they put the meat on it, and then they started dancing around. And the way they worshiped, they cut themselves. They were cutters back in those days. They cut themselves with knives and spears. Blood was flowing down. And they were dancing around saying, Baal, Baal. Yeah, big ladder, please. Right here. And nothing happened. So Elijah, he started making fun of them. And he says, you know what? You need to talk louder. Maybe your God, he is asleep. And actually, in one translation in the Bible, it says, or maybe he's in the bathroom. And maybe he's taking a shower. I don't know. And so, anyway, when they got done with their thing, and they go, man, we can't get lit. So Elijah, he stands up, and he had to build the altar of God up, and he put wood on it and put stone on it. But then he went one step more. He said, I want you to go get some water and just soak it down real good. Now, that was tough because it hadn't rained for 3.5 years there up on the mountain. They had to run all the way down to the valley and get the water, bring it up, put it on there. And he goes, now, do it again. So they ran all the way back down to the valley and got the water, brought it back up and put it on there. And he goes, now, do it again. So they got it really soaked down good. And then he had this prayer and he says, God, demonstrate to this stiff-necked people what kind of power you've got. And it says in the Bible that fire came down from the sky, and it not only burned up the offering, it burned up the wood, and it burned up the stone and the water that was in the ditch around him. Now the next thing Elijah says, he says, now you grab all those prophets of Baal because we ain't done with them yet. And they dragged them down to the valley and they killed all 450 of the prophets of Baal. And then Elijah went back up on the mountain and he went up on the very top and he started praying. That's what he's talking about, James. He started praying that God would do something incredible, and it started raining. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I get discouraged that I don't think my prayers amount to much. But when the Bible says that he's a man just like me, but when he prays, things happen. Let me tell you something, if you're a child of God today, you can pray and things get happening. If you're not a child today, the prayer you should be praying is, God, make me a child of God. And there's people around here that would love to talk to you about that. I got one more song to sing, and it's about, well, I guess it's about Elijah. So, I've already told you the story, but I'm going to tell you the story again. How's that? We're going to tell you the story in the key of A minor.